Hey everyone, it's Megan. Welcome to my October 2015 TBR. I have a rather ambitious October TBR to say the least. I plan to read 12 books. It's not an obscene number for me, but given that I'm getting into the school year, yeah, it's probably a little ambitious, but I still intend to try. The first book I'll say I want to complete is Call of the Wild by Jack London. This is a classic that I don't even think I ever started it before. I've just had it around for a long time, and I just want to read it so that I can say that I finally read it and then just donate it, because it's been sitting on my classic shelf for a while, and I'm trying to downsize to the books that I either haven't read or really love and want to keep. The next book I want to read is Harriet the Spy by Louise Fitzhugh. This is the gorgeous special anniversary edition that I got a while back, and I want to reread it just because, I don't know, I'm just feeling like it. I just have a craving to read it, and this one, given that it's a special edition, is going to have tributes. The authors are listed in the back here. Yeah, I want to read it. If you don't know about the story, it's this young girl, Harriet, and she fancies herself as some sort of special investigative agent, and she just spies on neighbors and friends and writes about them in her notebook, and it's charming and it's a classic, and I really enjoyed it the first time around when I read it for a class back during my undergrad. So yeah, excited to read it again. The next book I want to complete is The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins, and this is on loan to me from my grandmother, and I really want to read it so that I can return it back to her, so that again there is a little more room freed up on, well, at the top of my shelf, because this here is the pile of books that I am borrowing from people at the moment. So it's about this girl who rides a train every day, and it's a thriller. I don't know too much about what happens. I think she sees something, or she thinks that she's seen something nefarious, like a murder. I'm not sure, but it is being adapted into a movie starring Emily Blunt, which I'm really excited about because I love Emily Blunt, and so I really do want to read it. It got a fair amount of hype when it first came out, and good reviews. The next book I really want to complete is The Grace Keepers by Kirsty Logan. This is Jen Campbell's, one of her favorite books. I follow her channel, and you've probably heard me talk about her books, Weird Things and More Weird Things, Customers Say in Bookshops, as well as the Bookshop book. The sea has flooded the earth. North lives on a circus boat, floating between the scattered islands that remain. She dances with her beloved bear, while the rest of the crew trade dazzling and death-defying feats for food from the islanders. However, North has a secret that could capsize her life with the circus. This sounds so good, and a lot of booktubers, I noticed, have been picking this book up as a result of Jen and her influence, and yeah, I'm stoked for this. I think I'll enjoy it. Another book I want to read is a young adult graphic novel, and it is Lies in the Dust, A Tale of Remorse from the Salem Witch Trials, written by Jacob Crane, and it's, as the title implies, it's just a story about the Salem Witch Trials, which I don't know too much about, but so it's historical, and so I'll learn some more about it, and at the same time the artwork looks fairly interesting. The next book I'm so excited to pick up, it is Wonder by R.J. Palacio. This has gotten a fair amount of hype too. It is a middle grade, I believe, standalone. I think it's going to be just a standalone, not a series, about this boy who suffers from a disfigurement, and I'm guessing it's the bullying and stuff that he receives as a result. I've heard some amazing things about it. I've just heard that it's a really fantastic book, and I'm really stoked to be reading it finally. I also plan on listening to book number 11 of a series of unfortunate events, which is The Grim Grotto. I actually just started listening to it on an audiobook. It also features the infamous Tim Curry, and loving it already. As far as I can tell, the orphans are in the stricken stream after falling from the slippery slope at the Mortmain Mountains in the previous book, and just picks up from there as they go onto a submarine with, I believe it's a member of the VFD. He's a mysterious man. But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. The next book I intend to read is a book I have not hauled yet, and it is Leading Men, the 50 Most Unforgettable Actors of the Studio Era. This is a TCM publication, and I've read Leading Ladies. I have read Leading Couples or Romantic Couples. I really enjoy the series of books, so this is the last one from that series of books that came out in, like, I don't know, 2005, 2008, circa. And yeah, so I've been waiting a really long time to read this. Finally got it, but I'll be talking more about it in my next haul. But anyway, it's pretty self-explanatory. It is these profiles of Hollywood's most famous leading men, There's Robert Mitchum and Laurence Olivier. Yeah, it's about my favorite leading men, and I'm excited to learn more about them and everything. So those are the books that I have yet to start, and now I shall show you the 4 books that I am currently reading. As per my September TBR, I did start Bright Star, Love Letters and Poems of John Keats to Fanny Brawne. Maybe like a couple of pages in so far, unfortunately, but I do intend to finish this because I really want to. I am also 50 pages into Fangirl's Guide to the Galaxy, a handbook for girl geeks by Sam Maggs. I'm enjoying this. I just didn't get as sucked into it this past month as I was by some of the other books that I was reading, but I'm still enjoying it. Today I also just started Chicken with Plums by Marjane Satrapi. She is the author of Persepolis, the amazing graphic memoir, and it's about this man who plays the sitar, and I don't know, his sitar was broken by his wife, and so now he's a bit lost at the moment. That's where I'm at. I'm enjoying it so far. I really love Marjane Satrapi as a storyteller, and she's a really great artist too. And finally, I will be completing I Crawl Through It by A.S. King. This book just came out last week, and I think it was out for maybe 2 days when I just happened to be strolling through my library, and it was there. And I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that it was there already. And so I was just like, oh, yeah. And like, as you can see, no renewals, no requests. That is how new and likely in demand this book is. If you don't know who A.S. King is, go find some of her books and check them out because they're amazing. She is a YA author that deals a lot with magical realism, and her stories are just really deep and fascinating and sometimes confusing, but it gets explained in the end. So in this case, it features 4 or 5 teenagers that are like, I don't know, I would say like specimens of magical realism themselves. They have different either abilities or like just quirks about them. And apparently there's a lot of bomb threats going to the school that they're at, and I'm thinking it's one of these guys. As you can see, they got character descriptions here on the back. It's one of these guys, I'm thinking, but don't know who it is. Maybe it's all of them. I don't know. I'm only around 30-something pages into this so far, but I'm really enjoying it. So that's it for the books that I'm planning to read, but I am going to just mention a couple of books that I'm excited that are going to be released this month. The first of these is The Bookshop Book by Jen Campbell. I got this ages ago. My boyfriend ordered it for me from the UK, but it has just been released. It is the second as I'm filming this. It was just released yesterday in North America. And so I've read this and absolutely loved it, and I recommend that all book lovers who are interested in making a bucket list of bookstores that they want to visit in their lifetime should pick up this book. It's really well written. There are lots of awesome pictures, and yeah, it's amazing. The other book I'm really excited about is Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. I honestly couldn't tell you what this book is about because it just clean flew out of my memory. I just remembered that it sounds really great, and seeing the arcs as they came out of at BEA, they were like finished arcs, and they were really, really impressive. Hardbacks, very well designed and crafted. So I am going to be interested in reading that for sure. Honestly, I'm sorry, I can't remember the plot. I just remember that it looked really good. And it's coming out on the 20th. So that's it for the books that I'm planning on reading this month. Let me know in the comments below if you've read any of the books that I'm about to read and which ones you think I should pick up first. And that's all I have for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great week, and I shall see you soon. Bye, everyone.